Welcome to this podcast from the Human Capital Institute's Engaging and Improving Your Employee Referral Network webcast, sponsored by Canenza. This event was presented by Diana Kyriakides, independent consultant formerly of Motorola. Research has shown that the benefits of employee referrals are better performance, higher levels of job satisfaction, and more pre-hire knowledge. Yet, most organizations cite employee referral as a source of hire to be between 30 and 50%. Well, if the benefits are so great, why isn't that percentage higher? Gaining trust and support for employee referrals is core to a fully engaged workforce. Sound processes and excellent communication are also critical. This podcast will explain how best-in-class employers continuously improve employee referrals and keep their network engaged.
First, I'd like to take you through the information of some of the things that are known to us in industry. It's quite known that the referral program is certainly an extremely valuable source of hires for a lot of companies. There has been a huge upswing in different social media and networking such as LinkedIn, Facebook, and even Twitter now, where talent magnets and recruiters are going to identify and tap into talent and network. So certainly it's becoming a very popular method to reach out to talent. However, I encourage everyone to not overlook their employee referral program if they have one in place. And certainly if they don't, I think it's a good idea to start thinking about the possibility of incorporating one into your methods and techniques to attract talent to your companies. So some of the known missteps or common mistakes that occur in a program such as an employee referral program are listed in a couple of different categories. So I've kind of put together and broken them out in different ways. First, and probably one of the more important, is the user experience. So, oftentimes user experiences can be extremely manual and intense. Believe it or not, a lot of large companies have a manual process of referring still, where it's a paper resume, or perhaps the resume is just manually sent via email to the HR department. If there is an applicant tracking system connected or a web-based tool, oftentimes it's really complex, very clunky, or there's a great deal of information that's being asked of the person referring, some of which they might not even know themselves at the time of referring someone. Lack of communication, as mentioned earlier, mishandling of referrals. One of the ways that can take place or occur is that there's limited or no contact from the recruiters by any method, and there's no visibility, so the person referring really has no understanding of where those individuals are in any given process throughout the workflow that have been referred. So there's an additional level of frustration oftentimes that can occur for them as well. Another very important factor that can't be overlooked, although it's not exclusive to an employee referral program, certainly companies will want to continue to, or if they're not, they want to think about their position profiles or job descriptions. Are there errors in them? Are they inaccurate as far as for the experience required or the responsibilities of the role? And do they depict in a concise manner what the life and the life of that person will be once joining the company? So what works? I think first and foremost, you don't want to get overrun with processes and rules and regulations. However, it is absolutely vital and vital for any organization to have some common, consistent operating procedures. If you want a program to be ongoing and indefinite and always process improving, it's absolutely important to make sure that your processes are really crisp and repeatable and consistent, that you do have guidelines and that they're inclusive in nature and, again, very concise, and a governance, meaning that you are on a continuous basis monitoring the health of your program. Communication, so what was lacking and what doesn't work and some of the things is what you'll see addressed here. Really ensuring that you are communicating to your in-house folks, such as your recruitment and staffing individuals, hiring managers, and other human resource partners alike. And then advertising. Really want to make sure that you're promoting the program. You want to make sure that you're not only leveraging the opportunity to your new employees, but that also on a continuum that you are certainly on an ongoing basis addressing this and familiarizing your existing employee base with the program and its effectiveness and the benefits that it can bring to them and your organization. So maximizing your program potential, if you have a program in place, your processes and guidelines, you want to take a look at those that exist today and be objective and get a group of individuals together, perhaps that aren't even a part of the recruitment or staffing organization that you have, but perhaps some other individuals as well or key stakeholders, and really take a look at the processes you have in place and ensure that they are, like I mentioned, consistent, inclusive, and easy for the end user. Your governance, you'll want to make sure that if you're creating one, that you align it to the processes and procedures that you've developed or updated. And you'll want to make sure that you identify actual team members that will sit on that governance board, if you will, and participate in those reviews relative to the program, its activity, updates that are necessary or in need. Some additional program potential for maximization are tools. So if you have a submittal process and perhaps it's not as robust as you would like it to be of the individuals participating, you may want to really take a look at enhancing or improving that, and simple is always best. Actively advertising or promoting the various openings you have within your business or department or company as a whole. Certainly micro-marketing, so really specific and targeted. I think that, we're all aware and are living through a time in the downturn in the economy where perhaps your company may not have as many openings or opportunities that you are looking for great talent, but you want to make sure that your program is consistently alive and well, and then you just scale it accordingly to the level of activity that takes place. Again, making sure that your job descriptions are simple, straightforward, and concise in nature. And then perhaps providing tools for the general population of your employee base. If you think of it fundamentally, whether you have 50 people in your organization or thousands, if you think in terms of individuals within your company being virtual recruiters on the most simple, basic level, providing them perhaps small little card-sized brochures about the program, that when they're out and about in their public day-to-day lives, that perhaps they could pass those out to individuals whom they not only know, but whom they meet about the referral program and about your company as a whole. It certainly makes great sense to promote and brand a program at any opportunity you can and really seize that in the most poignant manners. And then as with any program, and in the true form of what I've learned myself in Six Sigma, that not only major corporations, but even smaller companies now are training their employees on, you'll want to monitor and measure your results of any program. So as it relates to your employee referral program, you'll, if you measure your results of source of hire currently, you'll want to make sure that you are keeping track of those individuals that have come through the referral programs to know how effective your program is. It really gives you a good indicator of the overall health of the program. You'll want to track the results of any campaigns or events that you may host pre and post to get a good sense of how effective those individual campaigns might have been for you. And, it can be as simple as, you started a specific event or activity in the month of January, and maybe you had a specific contest that you were running for the highest number of referrals within a quarter. So you'll do a measure pre and then post to get a good sense of how much traction and how many talents actually were the result of these campaigns. And you can at least get a good assessment of that. And soliciting feedback, really important.